So this is a 1997 BMW E36 M3 Evolution with a 3.2 litre straight six and the manual 6-speed gearbox. It is a project car. I've owned it for best part of 20 years, maybe 20, just coming up to 20 years. It's been off the road for a period of 4 years. Wasn't used very much for a while. It's been under a cover. Was dry stored inside for the first couple of years, but then it's been outside under a cover for a couple of years and it's suffered a lot for it. Was taken off the road purely and simply because I wanted to get the paintwork, the bodywork sorted out. It's never had any problems mechanically whilst it was on the road. But as you can see as we go around the car, it does need restoration. It does have a pair of doors and bonnet, although not in the correct colour, I don't think. I've not looked at them for quite some time. I bought them a couple of years ago. But you can see lots of lack appeal because of being sat with a cover over it. Front wings want replacing anyway. You can see that was a big problem, was that corrosion there. Bottom of that door, but like I say, the doors, I have got a replacement set of doors for it. There's a mark across there where something's fallen across it, but the rear arches, as they always do, is all rotted out. So this basically wants the repair panels to replace all of that. But albeit I've not gone behind the sills to see how bad that is. Around the back, again, the one thing I've been trying to source was a boot lid, but I haven't picked one up. The one that I thought I'd got was actually from a convertible, so not the right one. But as you can see, it's Boston metallic green with the natural leather coloured interior. This door was replaced as a temporary thing, although it's not been quite so temporary a number of years ago due to getting the door got damaged. But as you can see, all the original interior not been cut about at all. It's got the Vader 2 leather with the M coloured stripes on it. Needs a good wash. The bolsters are in pretty good condition. They've not torn. It's starting to go a little bit thin there, and there's obviously wear here as people get in and out as always. But there's nothing to say that none of this is rescuable. It is very dry. Suffered with the headlining sagging prior to it coming off the road. The passenger side electric mirror window has decided to stop working. It's got a removable face CD player, which obviously back when this was in its prime, people used to fit. But yeah, like I say, it's unmodified. Well, I say it's unmodified. The front shocks were replaced with cheap adjustables as a keep it on the road when I was a bit younger, and I do have the originals, albeit they'd want replacing, but all the original top mounts and the front springs I've still got with the car. As you can see, all the aluminium under the bonnet, because it's been sat with a cover on and it's been damp, has all really badly furred. So really, if you're going to do anything to restore this, engine starts and runs. I've done the Vanos seals in the past, albeit you can see they are a bit damp around this top Vanos unit, but really I would be pulling the engine out. It's never had a clutch in the time I've had it, so it probably wants I'd be putting in a clutch, pull all the cam covers, the throttle bodies and everything off, have them vapor blasted, have them crackle finished. It's got an aluminium radiator in it, but that means that the scoop forward and lower didn't fit, but that is in the boot, as you'll see on the pictures. You see there you got BMW Boston green metallic. It's got this carbon AC Schnitzer front cover. It did have a carbon front splitter that got cracked and removed, so really it wants either a new one putting on it of whatever version you prefer. The car originally, when I got it, had paintwork done by BMW, the receipt for which is in the history file, but it originally had an AC Schnitzer top level sort of spoiler that wasn't refitted. I didn't like it and got rid of it. I don't think this car came with this rear spoiler originally. I think somebody's added this because it's got the high level brake light in the window as well as in the spoiler. I may be wrong though, but personally, again, I would be replacing that boot lid and not adding the spoiler. The wheels are all in, they're not particularly curved. There's a little bit of rash on the edges of a couple of them, but nothing significant. They just want really a refurb with the diamond cut finish, re-adding with the high power metallic inserts, which is how this one came. Like I say, it has been stood for a number of years. It would benefit from going through underneath. The brakes are stock all round. The front calipers were rebuilt when I got them because I replaced a big brake kit that was on it with stock material items. So it's had all new seals, but again, it has been stood for like 4 years. So it will really want the braking system going over. It has had, I know I did a weld repair on this rear jacking point on the offside rear, but again, it wants putting up in the air and going through. I haven't had this up in the air, so not for 4 years, so I don't know what it looks like since it's been stored. I'll show it starting. I'll move it forwards and backwards. What I would say is I have literally just pulled this out of the drive. It hasn't moved in well over 12 months. So the brakes are, although they work, obviously the discs are not in particularly good condition. It's not taxed or MOT, so I'm not going to be driving it anywhere. But so a couple of the bulbs on the back of the dash really needs replacing. Mileage is reading 125,780. So just to prove that it does move forwards and backwards. Like I say, beyond that, I'm not going to be doing anything else with it in terms of driving it. But it does show it does start, and it does move. The clutch does engage. Bonnet catches are jammed, as you can see. Considering it's on 4-year-old fuel and everything, it does start first turn of the key pretty much. And it idles pretty well considering it's a high performance engine with very old rubbish fuel. But just going to turn that off. So yeah, it is what it says on the tin. It is an E36 M3 Evo. It is a non-sunroof model, and the original leather book pack is with the car, along with all the history that I have for it. And the book pack and the side trims, although it's not original side trim on that silver door, all say the BMW Motorsport International with that logo rather than the normal M3. I'm not saying that makes this special at all, but I have always wondered whether or not it signified it was something that wasn't standard. Now the original door trim for the driver's door is there, albeit it is damaged, but again, as you can see, BMW Motorsport International. And as you can see, there's the original scoop for the front. It is missing a couple of bits out of the tool pack, as they all are. It's got a 6-disc CD changer that's been installed in the back here. This was fitted from when I got it. Yeah, and there's the original wheel set, the bits and pieces for in here, and it's got the original Uniroyal matching spare. It's 225, so it's the front wheel sized, but it looks like a pretty much unused original Uniroyal tyre as the car was manufactured with, so I don't think the spare's even been on. The jack's down there as well. So there you go. Like I say, it is what it is. It's a E36 M3 Evo Coupe, 6-speed manual, 3.2 litre. That's massively on the rise value wise. desirable, being the coupe and the non-sunroof model. It's got an RAC Trackstar tracker on it. I had that fitted by BMW 20 years ago. I have the original card and stuff for it. I have no idea if it's still active, but I did pay for a lifetime tracking on it. So that may well be still operational and still active potentially. But yeah, like I say, it needs restoration. I don't think it's beyond saving at all. I don't think it's worth breaking. I think it is worth doing the work on, and you'll have a real appreciating, usable modern classic. You know, these things are going for for a coupe, 18,000 plus. The rarer GT models and stuff, obviously they're sort of 50-60 grand for a clean one. I'm not saying that this is worth that, don't misunderstand me, but it just goes to show that these are very desirable. It's got a limited slip diff, no traction control. I believe factory there were 324 brake horsepower and a 6-speed manual box. When you consider modern cars, all their traction aids and launch controls and stuff like that, this is back to analog motoring. It's a driver's car, and it's a thoroughly enjoyable thing to drive. I truly miss it. I'm only looking to move it on because I have so many projects, and I'm looking to move into something else. So hopefully somebody will take this on. I'll get what I would like out of it and move on, and somebody else will be able to do the work, and I'm sure that there'll be plenty of margin for either making money on it, or certainly to be comfortable to know that you've bought something that is continuing to appreciate, and you can have fun with it at the same time. It's certainly a lot better than having money in the bank. So take care, bye.